Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I know I just posted yesterday, but I was out here, I go into work later, and I just had to share with you guys what's been going on with my Vandas. So this is going to be a Vanda update. I want to show you guys what I'm doing currently to my Vandas, how I am caring for them, and what's causing them to bloom constantly, which is what happens with my Vandas. Lately, they've just been blooming nonstop. Not sure if that's a trend at this time of the year, but in my case, I just have spikes growing, blooms happening, and I am just over the top. So I do get messages all the time on what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna let you know, just really brief, what I'm doing to them, how I'm caring for them, where I have them in my yard, and take this as a kind of like an update video, if you will. So let me start by first showing you my two newest additions, which if you haven't seen those videos, these I got just recently in the past week or so. This is from Moats Orchids. This is a beautiful tri-colored Vanda. She is just amazing. She is very fragrant. I want to say she smells a little bit between jasmine and more of a floral fragrance. I detect on this. She smells amazing and her colors are fantastic. So this is her tag right over here. It's a Vanda Abrosian Discovery. And the parents are those on the bottom, which is the Vanda Tricolor and the Vanda Insignis. So this is her. This one right over here, I also absolutely love. She also smells delicious. Now this one is more of a jasmine, but more of a fruity flavor of scent. So I smell a little bit of grape candy in here. So it's a little bit sweeter. It smells also delicious. And this is her tag, the Papillonata Kyra Green Mingus. So these two are my newest additions. I like to keep all of my Vandas bare root. I never put any media around, so they're just bare root all the time. I need to water these. I haven't watered this morning because I do water them every single day. So I'm gonna go over to where I keep my Vandas. I like to keep my Vandas hanging in this side of my house. Now this right here is a north facing window. They do get the morning sun, nothing too direct. And they are very happy here. I mean, I was out here and I discovered that I do have another bloom spike on this Vanda, which she blooms continuously. This is her tag. This is a Periara Moats Leprechaun Haiku Mint. So that one's always in bloom. I also discovered that I have another bloom spike right over here. And this is my Acescenda Suxamarin Sunlight, which is continuously giving me flowers as well. And then I have my Acescenda Montang Chai, which is also in bloom, and she just bloomed for me not too long ago. So my Vandas all get the same type of care. They're all in, hanging from this accordion, north facing. I do fertilize them every single week with a 20-20-20 complete fertilizer. I add every other week some seaweed kelp, and I also do in the mix, I add some epsom salt. So I am going to put the measurements at the bottom and in the comment section, in the description section rather. I'm going to put exactly my mixtures. I like to do half a teaspoon per gallon of the 20-20-20, a quarter of the epsom salt, and a full teaspoon of the seaweed kelp. So I will put it all at the bottom so you can know exactly my fertilizing routine for these. Now I did spray these with a fungicide because I was noticing I was getting some fungus, and I sprayed it with some thiamine. So that was done a few months ago and they seem to do amazing. Now they have not been watered today. They're a little bit dry. They do get dry often, so I do like to water them every single day. Now that it's getting a little bit cooler, I'll probably stop watering them in the evening. So I try to get them watered in the morning, sometime between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. and then in the afternoon before 6 p.m. And that's during the summer. Now during the fall and winter months, I will not do the afternoon watering. I will just stick to the morning watering. Okay, so that's the Vandas that I have hanging there. Now I also have some Vandas attached to my palms. I've got this Emma Vanda Venture, which is very happy attached to the palm. Now, if you notice, this palm here does not get the direct sun. It does get the morning sun and the western sunlight, you know, in the afternoon. I do have a little bit of coverage, so it's not too direct for this Emma Vanda Venture. My Renanthera, or my Renanthera, does get full sun. And she loves it. So I do keep her in full sun. I have another one, which I'm gonna put on my palm as soon as she stops blooming. I'm gonna transfer her over. And those are the two Vandas that I have. Now I also have these Arandas that are also in full sun that do give me spikes all the time. And these get watered when it rains in the dew. If I do notice that it hasn't rained for about a week, I do like to come out here and give it some water. And the fertilizing on my palms gets done very infrequently. I just let nature take its course and fertilize it that way. I am gonna walk over to where I have another Vanda on my oak tree, just so you can see the different type of trees that you're able to mount these Vandas in. So I'm walking to this side of the yard. Now this one here is east facing, and this is a Vanda that's also on my oak tree. She's very happy. She's attached. She's been on here for about a year. Here's her tag. Look at that. This is a John de Bais and a Tesselletta. So this is a very dark flower Vanda. I did want to get the Vanda that was, oh no, and I just saw that there's a fell on the floor. I have to pick that up. So sorry. So I did want to get a very dark Vanda, and I did remember that I had this one on my palm, so I decided not to get it when I went to Moats. But this one is a very dark purple. So and she's doing very well attached to my oak tree. I mean, look at these roots. They're on there very securely, and she's doing good. Now I did have to remove, and I'm gonna walk over under this oak tree. I did have to remove these Vandas that are down here. I had to, sorry, I just heard something and I just didn't want it to be like a snake or anything like that. Anyway, I have these Vandas right over here that did not do well for me. I had them on my palms. They were, you know, they had direct sun. They didn't like it too much, and I ended up removing them a few years ago, and now they're under here and they seem to be a lot happier. I even have one that has got a flower spike, and that I showed in one of my videos. So these also are very happy under this oak tree. I mean, you have many options to do with many things that you can do with your Vandas. I mean, I have some that are attached. I have some that are hanging. I have some that, you know, are hanging under trees. I like this option a lot because this way, when the flowers bloom, I can always just take them out of the basket and relocate them and smell them and everything like that. That's probably one of the reasons why I prefer to have them under my roof, kind of like hanging on my accordion. It's very early, and because I can remove them and I can enjoy their blooms once they are, you know, in blooms. And I am a fan of fragrant Vandas, so if they smell, I definitely do not attach them because I like to bring them under my terrace and smell them all day long. So that is my Vanda update. Like I said, Vandas do require lots and lots and lots and lots of water. I do a bloom booster to have them just kind of give them a little bit of a boost so I can get more blooms. But like I said, Vandas in my care, Vandas in my climate and what I'm doing, they thrive. So if you're, you know, struggling with your Vandas or anything like that, just, you know, try to see how you can accommodate them. Try to see what you can do, maybe add an extra bloom booster at the end of the month or whenever at the month, as long as you do it once a month, to try to, you know, get them to bloom. And definitely a lot of sunlight. nothing too direct, at least not for me. It can't be too direct because they were on these palms around here, and then I had to remove them. But like I said, the Renanthera loves it. This Emma Vanda Venture is very happy here. She was blooming non-stop last year. And if you're gonna, very important, if you're gonna attach them, I like to put this Spanish moss because this kind of protects it from just getting sunburn. So that's it. That's pretty much my Vanda care. That's what I do to my Vandas. I hope it was helpful. I know everybody has different conditions and different, different ways of growing their Vandas, but this is what I just told you what works for me. So that's it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, leave it in the comment section below. I always like to answer all of your questions and comment and just talk to you guys. So that's it. It is Tuesday and I am out in my garden and I am a happy camper. So hope you guys enjoy your Tuesday. Hope you guys have a great week. Don't forget about the Boca show this weekend. That should be fun. And if you go by and you see me, come and say hi. I love to see you guys. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I will see you soon. Bye-bye. All right, guys. So I am back just really quick. I needed to add this to this video just because I'm so fascinated by it. So I am not a fan of spiders, but this little girl right here is such a hard worker. I mean, look at this. This is a spider and she's making her web and it is just so perfect. I mean, look at that. Look at how she connects everything. And oh, she knows I'm watching her. I'm sorry. So she just made her way over here. But look at that. I don't know if you guys can see the web right there. She's been at this all morning. And she's lucky she's high enough where I don't bump into that web. But, I mean, look at all that webbing. Look at how pretty. So I just thought it was fascinating and I just wanted to share it with you guys. Now she stopped and she doesn't want to keep going because she knows I'm videotaping her. So that's it, you guys. I will see you in my next video. I hope I didn't freak you out with the spider. Bye.